Good morning and welcome back to our leadership empowerment sessions. As I continue with the series on the laws of leadership, we have done, I think, 14 laws thus far. And today we continue in the series. You can discuss two laws very briefly. The first law is the law of the inner circle, and as well as the law of empowerment. A leader's success and his identity is determined by those closest to him. In other words, who is in your inner circle? Who do you allow to speak into your life? And who's part of your team to make the dream that you have in your heart come to fruition? And this is what it's all about, is the law of the inner circle. And it relies heavily on the power of your team. The success of your team determines what you will achieve in life. To practice the law of the inner circle, you must be intentional in your relationship building. It's not something that happens naturally. It doesn't occur as a natural progression into teams. It's something that you must decide to do, to allow people into your inner circle. So how do we grow our inner circle? Start building your inner circle before you enter your leadership position. This sounds contradictory. No, it's not contradictory. We become leaders before we step into a position. Once you step into the position, your leadership will follow automatically. And then you drag your team with you to your level of leadership. So make sure that you start with your inner circle and your team before you enter a position of leadership. And then you attract a variety of people into your team. Your team must consist of people that are thinking differently from you. They have different talents, different abilities, different gifts. That will make your team very, very strong. And the next step in your developing your inner circle is to stimulate loyalty. We can do many things, but if your team, your inner circle, is not strong and loyal, you will battle with your inner circle as long as you are in leadership. So, and from there, we delegate responsibilities to the team, to your inner circle, based upon their abilities. Make sure that your team is strong. Make sure that your inner circle is strong. Now, what are the qualities that you are looking for and must look for when you are developing your inner circle? Number one, influence. A leader is based upon the influence he has on other people. If you are bringing people into your inner circle and they don't carry any influence, what value will they add to your team in the broader spectrum of the vision that you are living out? And then you develop strong relational skills. A leader must have relational skills. You must stand in relationship with other people. And that comes naturally if you are sitting with the heart of a servant. When you are sitting and you are discussing things with other people, not what you can get out of them, but what they can add value to the team, add value to your inner circle. My inner circle are made up of very strong-willed people. They think differently than me, and they're not scared to air what they feel, because they know I will not take on rejection. And they will tell you quickly, rejection is a choice. So don't feel threatened or don't experience rejection when your team, your inner circle, is different from you. We need to have different strengths. In my inner circle, I have people with very strong technology savvy. They can work effectively in the area of software, computers, multimedia. I have people that are strong in administration. I have people on my team that are linked very strongly with other people. These are the type of people that you must have in your inner circle. But you can only have a strong inner circle if you are secure in yourself. And I will talk a little bit more on security and insecurity later on the session this morning. And in your inner circle, your team must be creative. They must think outside of the box, not within the parameters of just the known things. Allow them, cultivate them, stimulate the idea of creativity. That the status quo is not needed in your inner circle. As you are standing up and you're working with your team, they will constantly challenge the status quo. And that's important. Don't think, yeah, but now why do you want to rock the boat while everything is going well? Everything has an expiry date, even the good things. If you do not cultivate and stimulate and embrace creative thinking, you will fall into a rut, and then you will lose your edge as a leader, and that will influence your organization negatively, and you will lose the impact that you have in people's lives and in other spheres where your business or your ministry or your church is functioning. So be creative. Challenge the status quo constantly. And what is important when we are working with our inner circle is that it must be character driven. Work from commitment, work from loyalty, work from a person's word that is his value. That they can stand upon integrity. That their yes will be yes and their no will be no. And when you are giving assignments or responsibilities to certain team members, you will know that they will do this. Be self-disciplined. What COVID-19 has taught us, if you're not self-disciplined, working from home is not the easiest thing. I try to be very self-disciplined in my own lifestyle, setting aside certain times for certain tasks. Even in my busy times, I have at times allotted and slotted for my writing. So I can keep writing and doing studies, doing research, so I can remain on the cutting edge. Take up your responsibilities. Make sure that they embrace responsibilities. Set the example for your inner circle on responsibilities. And through all of this, it's all about my competency. What can I add to other people that they don't have? What can I do to address the needs in my community? What can I do to resolve problems within my organization? That is your competency. This is your ability to resolve a conflict, to resolve a crisis. This makes us different from the rest. We need to be energetic, and luckily, passion generates energy. Even if you are tired, once you hit the passion button, you will be rejuvenated, you will be strengthened, you will be excited, you will walk and talk with energy. Because the moment you are finding your niche, energy will follow it. That's why for me, Doesn't matter what I'm doing, I will always come back to the principle of leadership, of empowerment, of raising up a next generation. I'm constantly looking for people who I can invest myself in, duplicate myself. And that must be your motto in life. Who can I empower today? Let that be your motto in the morning when you wake up. What am I going to do today to make a difference in somebody else's life? Not just necessarily what I can get from it or my organization can benefit from it. No, invest yourself in other people. Stay positive. Don't fall into the trap of negativity, because negativity will quench, will kill your passion. It will drain your energy and it shall spill over into your inner circle. Now let us talk a little bit about our inner circle. I started off by saying, people in your inner circle must be influential people. They must have influence in other people. And then they must bring their strengths in the area of your weakness. That's very, very important. Dr. John Maxwell says we need to starve our weakness. My strength is definitely not technology. But I have brought people in who can help me with technology. And don't be scared to bring in young people as part of your inner circle, because they are tech savvy. They know the social media. They understand computers. They understand mobile phones. They understand all of these things. And we need it. So instead of me trying to become the master of this area, I would rather bring in others and remain on the areas of my strength. And where I am weak, I have a team member in my inner circle that can do what I can't do. And then I do what they can't do. And that is again what Jethro taught Moses in the Bible. We said to Moses, Moses, you can't do everything. You can't sit and listen to everybody. You can't try to resolve everybody's problems. It's going to kill you and the people around you. So do not try to become a superhero or Superman. Those are Marvel contacts. They are characters in movies. And then as part of your inner circle, ask yourself the question, do they fill the strategic role in my organization? Do they have a vital role to play? Some people in your inner circle might just be there to keep you all the checks and balances in place, to make sure that your yes is your yes. Ask yourself, do they add value? Do they lift others? Do they take the load off my shoulders? If they add weight to your shoulders, they are not the right people on your inner circle. We must take each other's load off each other's shoulders to make us much more effective. Do they have a positive impact on other people of your inner circle? In other words, do they gel together? There must be a chemistry of unity, cohesiveness when we are having a team that can work together, not fight together, not constantly raising questions of your capabilities and your competencies, but have a team, have people around you that will make you strong. And then another question, do they display excellence in maturity? Do they portray good character? In other words, what is their lifestyle? What does their lifestyle look like? And as you come to that place of say, wow, my team is now ready, run with your team. But remember, your team, your inner circle must always make provision for new members. And once a new person enters your inner circle must be secure and not see the new member as a competition. So you must constantly work with your inner circle to make them ready to embrace change, to embrace a new member. They must feel this person doesn't come to take my place. This person that comes will add value to us, everybody within that inner circle. So we need to practice the law of the inner circle. And here are a few key steps, just three. I'm just going to give you 3 key steps. Become the best leader you can become. Grow constantly. Become an eternal student. Constantly expand your knowledge, your skills, your competencies, your interpersonal skills. Work on these things. Work on your relationships. Not just on your competencies, not just on your skills, but especially as a leader on your relational skills. Surround yourself, that's number 2. Surround yourself with the best leaders you can find. Remember, I've said it before, I'm going to repeat myself this morning. If you are a number 6 leader, you can only draw people to the maximum of number 5. So if you want a better quality of people on your inner circle or in your inner circle, raise your own bar, raise your own standard, so you will make room for others to join you, and where they will feel comfortable and valued, and they will know I can add value to the team. In other words, the law of the lid. If you haven't listened to watch the law of the lid in the series, go back into the teachings and find the one on the law of the lid. Learn how you raise the bar, and by raising the bar, you're raising the lid for others to come in and to excel, and where they can serve willingly to their full capacity as a leader. So raise the bar. And number 3, the last one, and then I'm going to go over into the next law. Hand off to them everything you possibly can. Delegate. Don't just dump stuff on them. Delegate them. The difference between dumping and delegation. Dumping is when you give things away that you don't want to do, and it's meaningless for them to do. It's a waste of time. But when you delegate, you are giving away something of value to somebody else, and that task will add value to them. That will expand who they are. That will stretch them beyond where they are currently. For you that knows me, you know I am a pastor, pastoring 2 churches, overseeing about 150 globally. I'm constantly busy looking for people to train to pastor, to train to preach, train to teach. I'm now in the process of training 3 new people to preach. That doesn't mean they will necessarily take over the church. It might mean we will plant another one and send them there with a core of people that will help that person make a success of the new vision. And by me raising others, teaching others to preach, it loosens my hands so that I can travel to different places, doing what I'm doing best, and that is to empower the next generation, to help current churches and businesses to raise their bars. If I am stuck in one place, it means I'm missing my purpose. And if I miss my purpose, that will come and it will start to boil in me. I will become frustrated. Once I become frustrated, I will lose my passion. If I lose my passion, I lose my influence. If I lose my influence, I lose my inner circle. And these are the things that we need to work on. That's why we train others. A good leader will always train himself out of a responsibility, out of an assignment, because you are busy training others to do what you are doing so that you can do what they can't do. That will stretch you again to a higher level, to raise your own bar again. So keep on looking for people in your inner circle, people that are different from you, that will starve your weakness, that will stretch you, and that will help you fulfill your dream. And that is the law of the inner circle. And now the second law I want to discuss this morning is the law of empowerment. And the law of empowerment is very closely linked with the law of the teams and the law of the lid. They work, but all these laws actually are interconnected. One is affecting the other. The law of empowerment states that I am a secure leader that gives power to others. It's all about releasing and not controlling. It's about giving away and not hoarding. A leader is always busy empowering somebody else. Is always busy giving somebody else something so that they can grow. The strength of your team will tell others the strength of who you are. If your team is weak, it means you are a weak leader. Now, how do I empower others? Believe in them before anyone else does. That's a good leader. You believe in the team, in a potential inner circle person before they believe in themselves. See their potential, develop their potential, and allow them to grow into where you want them to be. We have a men's prayer and fellowship every second Saturday from 6 to 7. Tough times, especially in the winter. That is a test of commitment. That's the test of faithfulness. From that core of people, I start to select my inner circle. I start to identify who I can empower. And you link your current team with somebody new on the team, so that they can also learn how to empower others. So when you move to the next thing, they can move into where you have been seamlessly. That will make you successful. You recommend their leadership to other leaders. In the beginning, I was always challenged by people that are leaving, and I feel demotivated. But now I know, if I raise somebody else and they go away, it must actually be a feather in my cap that I've trained them so well that others need them. Give them opportunities to reach their potential. So how do you know their potential? How do you know their dreams and their purpose? By listening to them, by sitting with them, by building a relationship with them. And then you endorse them, and your endorsement empowers them to take the next step in their own leadership role as well. So what are the barriers to empowerment? A desire for job security. I just want to do what I'm doing. I'm happy with where I am. That's the sound that you are becoming a hindrance to empowerment. When you're resisting change, when you feel the lack of self-worth, if you feel you are not worthy, you're actually an insecure leader. Now, what are the signs of an insecure leader? They keep score. Simple. Just ask the past weekend with the World Cup, Rugby World Cup. It's not how fast you can run, how many times you can throw the ball around, but it's how can I achieve my purpose. And if you keep on keeping score, you start to come into competition with your own team. Then you become a victim. And you blame failures and mistakes on others and never accept your responsibility in those mistakes. When you feel you must win at all costs, you're insecure. When you feel you want approval from everybody, they don't pat you on the shoulder, on the back, you feel, oh, I didn't do well. No, that's the sign of an insecure leader. Number 5, possessing a judgment. When you are possessing a judgmental attitude, looking for mistakes in other people and judge them, compare them to yourself. Never compare people to yourself. Compare people to their potential and allow them to do things differently than you would have done. Let us break away from catching the limelight. Let us become a secure leader. How do I do this? To know, number 1, who you are. You know who you are, when you have your own identity, your own place in the sun, no one can steal who you are, except you giving away who you are to others through your insecurity, humility, humbleness. Know that you're not perfect. You also make mistakes. Make room for your mistakes. Allow a position of correction. And allow your inner circle, your team, to show you, to identify weaknesses. Because this is why they are there. Live according to your purpose. That will lead you into destiny. And remember, this is a journey. It's not an event. It's an ongoing process. And in this process, focus on others. I'm nearly done. Give me 5 or 6 minutes. And here are a few ways that a secure leader is different from an insecure leader. It's about delegation. I've spoken a lot about delegation. Delegating results are not methods. Let them do their thing, even if it's different from your thing. Decision making. Give them power to make decisions. Don't just delegate tasks. Delegate as well the authority to make a difference, so that they can make decisions. Give them the parameters, but trust them that they will make the right decisions. And trust is the glue that will keep your team together. Synergy. Expect the team to work together to develop solutions to the problem. Negative people will find a problem for every solution. Never tolerate negativity on your team. When they show out or point out problem areas, that's not a negative person. A negative person cannot do something that will build up the team, it will constantly bring you down. Thinking. Challenge the team to think. Secure leaders want their teams to think. Even if the answer or the thing that they bring to the table after they have thought about it is not acceptable or is incorrect or incomplete, that's fine. We can easily work with a person that is bringing things to the table and you work on this and with this than to raise and carry a dead Lazarus that is just sitting there and sapping the energy, draining yourself from energy. Believe in them. Believe they're the right people. Then you support them. And as you support them, come alongside the team. Give them the moral support. Give them the skills support. Give them the resource support to make their work easy. Give them credit. A secure leader is not stingy with credit. Not just in private, also in public. Acknowledge the role of your inner circle. And then, lastly, on the ways you are different from an insecure leader is the process. A secure leader will always challenge the status quo. Create, therefore, an environment of empowerment. Have a clear vision. Have a compelling vision. Have the strategies, have the action plans to ensure that you bring to the table there's a methodology in achieving that dream. Clearly define the responsibilities and the roles of each team member. They must know what is expected of them, and everybody else must know what is expected of each other, so that we will not cross boundaries, but rather work together and making everything work. A secure leader who trusts his people will also trust their decision making. An attitude of empowerment will enable you to attract people because they see things happening that will want people to come to be part of that winning team. Encourage them, challenge them, stretch them. And you can only do these things if you believe in them. And then you connect them with each other. And by connecting them with each other, you will lift the people. You will lift each member of the team. And by lifting the individuals of the team, you're raising the standard of the team. And then you add value to them. An attitude of empowerment, coupled with strong relationship skills, will enable you to equip others for their work. You will train others for leadership. You entrust others with leadership roles. And then you will help others reach their maximum potential. So as a good leader, let us constantly be on the lookout for others, bring others into the team, in your inner circle, empower them, give them responsibilities, delegate tasks, elevate them, connect them with others, and help them to run with passion and energy, helping them to reach their potential. And through this, you will raise your level of leadership from your basis point of positional leadership to a place where they will follow you for what you have done for them. And they will look at others and say, wow, look what they have done for others. And that's the ultimate form of leadership. I want to say thank you for joining this morning again. And please remember, all these videos are on my Facebook page. And I want to encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. At my YouTube channel, I post all these videos. Download it, use it in your training, in your empowerment sessions. And if you want me to come and join hands with you, contact me and we can work out a package deal for me to come to your organization, your business, or your church. I'm qualified in both areas. I've got a PhD in secular qualifications. I've got a doctorate in theology. So I've covered both fields. Contact me. I would love to come and work alongside you. I won't come as this guru that has all the answers. No, I will come to become part of your team. I'm constantly looking for other organizations where I can become a life coach to the CEO, to the MD, to the supervisor. Tomorrow I must report again at another organization where I can just slot in and add my knowledge to their skills level. Thank you for joining. God bless you.